evening to my viewers and to my listeners from all over the world. I remain Stephanie, your host, and I'm thrilled to have you join me on this episode of my podcast, Diary of a Creative Mind. How are you? Hope you've been great. Hope you've been beautiful. Hope you've been able to achieve your goals. What I want to talk about is something that is very prevalent with Christians, regardless if they are Christians, believers, or worldly people. It's something that happens, and I want to call it daring faith. Now, for example, you're a young man, you're a young lady, you have this person you want, you've been praying to God for, and then someone else that doesn't really fit into that box comes in. Instead of you letting go of this person, you just want to use the person to pass time. Or for example, you're in a very serious relationship and you think that maybe he's going to lead to marriage, and then you see someone that you like for some sort, and then you just need to use the person to pass time. And at the same time, you're hoping that what the really serious relationship you're in is going to lead to marriage. Please do not do that. That's witchcraft in its lowest form, or it's a form of witchcraft. Please do not do that. People who don't know what they want, they are looking for Christian baddies. Christian baddies. Please, Christian baddies, that word do not exist. Please, do not stress us. If you're looking for a Christian lady, you should be able to understand, especially a believer, a person that is 100% convicted, that these people may look really good, and you may judge them by their appearance. You may think they are really not really convicted, but when you get to know them, you know that these people are really convicted and submitted believers, men or women. So don't try to tell them that you are looking for a Christian baddie, Rihanna with a touch of Messi Chingo vibe. That's so wrong. Do not stress us. I'm speaking on behalf of so many girls or so many ladies like me that know that it's 100% God, it's 100% God. So if you're coming, make sure that you're coming knowing that this is who she is. I will not try to force a Christian guy, a believer, to a playboy. You're looking for a touch of Ebuka songs and a mixture with Timini or somebody to use that name. But do not try to make people fit into the box you have in your head because you like their appearance or you like the idea of dating them or having something to do with them. And please, Christian people, believers, be able to stand resolute on your faith. Do not compromise. As a woman, you are highly favored. A man is going to get married to you and then finds favor. So you are the prize. Yeah, you are the prize. So because women do not see themselves as the prize, they tend to reduce themselves to whoever comes and whoever is willing to take them to the altar. How do you have daring faith as a Christian? You know, we're taking this Hallelujah challenge and they said dress like your miracle. The first thing you should do if you want to actually show that you have this daring faith, because without faith, no man, it's impossible to please God. You cannot please God. I think you should start having that mindset that if this is not the kind of person I want, I'm not going to reduce myself, or I'm not going to compromise my standards or turn somebody into a passing time play toy. You have to have faith enough to know, God, I know you are going to send this person to me, because when you created Adam and Eve, you said it's not good for man to be alone, none shall lack her mate, and you hold on to that image and that promise God has told you. You don't go about dating Tom, Dick, and Harry because you feel that maybe this is the person, maybe this is not the person. No, you have to be certain. To be able to tell people no, it's okay to say no. Say no as a single person, especially when you have this emotional void to be with somebody's heart. But you have to be able to say no. This is not what I want. I know God as a loving Father, and He gives more than. I believe when two hearts that are meant for each other, I believe when they meet, there is this knowing they have. I read the story of a pastor that the first day he saw his wife, he knew he was the one. God has a way to connect two hearts, especially the hearts that are submitted, the hearts that are surrendered to Him. He has a way of connecting them. He's the master connector. It's not going to take Him anything. So I believe that if you want to get that which you're having, you have to let go of that which you do not have. Do not pass time with that which you don't want and expect God to give you someone else. something else. Someone give you what you want. Another way you can also have daring faith is by praying and rejoicing. A lot of people know how to pray, but a lot of people do not know how to receive. When you've prayed for this, a man after God's own heart, when you've prayed for this, your own Jacob, your own Boaz, it's okay for you to start rejoicing. It's hard, especially when you have to wait. There are no signs. You've been praying for like 6 months and there are no signs. I think a good way to actually receive is by rejoicing, praising God, having this act of thanksgiving as a worship. He said, and out of them shall proceed thanksgiving and shall multiply them. God has a way to multiply when you give thanks. So another way you can show daring faith that God, I know you are going to give me what I'm praying for, is by rejoicing, knowing that those who come to God must know that He is a rewarder. He's going to give it to you. The third way you can show daring faith is by consecration. There's nothing like a single man or woman being consecrated to God. It's like, I'm doing this because my body is a temple of God. You don't do this by your own strength. No, this is where you have to start praying to God for God to help you, for God to chisel here, for God to mold here. It happens to most of us, people who are consecrated Christians. A time comes when that feeling of intimacy or that feeling starts to go away. I'm not saying it's going to go away forever. I mean, there are some battles as a single you have to fight your marriage. The last thing I want to talk about is counterfeit, discernment and knowing counterfeit. When people start coming that ticks your boxes, do you have the seeing eyes, the knowing mind to know that this person is the person that God has sent? So I truly hope that as Christians we are able to know counterfeits, because the devil is going to send you lots of counterfeits. As much as this person may not look like it, I'm not saying that you should just tell someone no because he's not your 6 feet tall, that handsome or light-skinned lady. I'm just saying that when these people who do not look like it comes, it's okay for you. That's why I said talk about discernment. It's okay for you to pray and be discerning enough to know that the content and the container may not match, but give it a few years time. I know a lot of men that were not married, men that are so cute right now, that were not the way they were, but women saw them as, okay, this is who this person might be. I'm not saying you should get married to potential. I'm only saying be discerning, be prayerful enough to know when God says yes, be prayerful enough to know when God says no. Now, that will be the end of my episode. I hope this helps you the way it has helped me. I hope that we are able to serve God while we are full of life. Our bones are strong. Our passion is burning hot. I hope we are able to really do things for God, because at the end of the day, we really need to serve God while we are young. Until next time, I remain Stephanie, your host, and see you.
Hey, they not like us. The devil can't hold me, bro. I'm coming out the mud.